Right. Seems like we are live here on the Moon Piece podcast channel doing another live stream, live reaction of Blue Lock. It has been maybe like 2 weeks since I did a review. Couldn't do one last week because the holidays and everything schedule was very tight. But now I'm back today to do two chapters in a row. We're doing both chapter 327 Birdcage part 1 and part 2. Now, I've definitely done a very good job of staying away from spoilers since I had no idea this was going to be a two-part, and I also had no idea that this was going to be like a Nagi chapter. Let me check the sound. All right, perfect. Sounds good. So yeah, I had no idea that these were going to be Nagi chapters. I saw Nagi on the first page when I was loading up the chapter, so I don't know if the whole chapter is dedicated to him, but last we saw it was the end of the Nigeria versus Japan match. We saw characters like Kaiser crushing a soda can, doing a poor job drinking it. We saw Itoshi Sai, and we saw Bunny Iglesias, right? So, lot to look forward to, but we ended the chapter with France, Loki, and Charles, and as well as a new player who we had not been introduced yet, but supposedly is also a member of the Next Gen 11, which is crazy that France has two members on their team, right? So that's going to make for an exciting match since they're the next opponents. So considering that Birdcage Part 1 and 2, I don't think that we're getting Japan versus France yet, which is a bit disappointing. But I don't know what these chapters have in store, so let's see. Before we get into it, this is my coffee, guys, so please don't judge me too hard. Before we get into it, please consider liking the video, comment on the stream, let me know your guys' thoughts on Blue Lock. Check out our newest episode of the podcast. We had Rob from Shonen Showdown back on the pod. Episode came out yesterday. Yes, it's almost 3 hours long. How did it get that long? I don't know. We didn't really have a segment. We were just talking, and that just happens. We're yappers, but check it out. Check out Shonen Showdown's channel. He's a great content creator. Knows anything shonen. So show him some love. Kimmy, today's Wednesday, so Kimmy has her Kingdom Hearts live stream today. She's still on Birth by Sleep right now. Yes, the PSP game. She's going through all of them. But she just had a One Piece stream on Monday where she started the Jaya arc. So for anybody out there that wants to start up their One Piece catch up again, you could do it with her. Corey and I, of course, do One Piece every single week, so check that out. The one that just came out this past weekend, and of course, we have another one coming up this weekend. All right, but that's enough of that. Without further ado, let's get into Blue Lock Chapter 327. All right, and we open up with Buratsura's ugly mug, Hirotoshi Buratsura. Hello, geniuses. All right, that's generous. You're the 300+1 strikers I've personally selected in Blue Lock Central Hall. It's a little crazy that he's doing this in the Blue Lock facility, but whatever. You have one mission. Surpass Blue Lock and become the world's best striker. To that end, we'll be holding a careful selection, and the surviving 2 players will get a chance. And here we have Ryosuke Kida back again for revenge. And I actually love that we're seeing him and he's not being teased. I want to see his motivations. I want to see his anger. I'm sure he's up. Oh man, I'm sure he's been going crazy at home, seeing what Blue Lock's accomplished with beating Japan's U20 team and taking it over. And then the Neo Egoist League. What? This man must have been kicking himself to oblivion. So I'm actually really happy that we're seeing Kira here. 2.Black, welcome back, man. My real MC is back after 7 years. He came back to the main manga like Yuta. Yeah, man. No. I'm really psyched to see Kira. Again, I want to see his motivations. I want to see the fury that's been boiling in his eyes, right? I think we all know as readers that he is going to get that 1 out of 2 spot, as well as Nagi. If Nagi doesn't get it, wow, bro, you really are not cut out for it. But for story purposes, Kira getting it just makes absolutely so much sense. And I'm dying to see Akira versus Asagi in like one of the games in the World Cup. So yeah, thrilled to see Kira. I'm happy we're starting off like that. To represent Japan in the final round of the U20 World Cup. If you're one of those top 2, you'll receive my full support. I'll back you up in everything from commercials to domestic and international transfer negotiations. I swear I'll do everything in my power to make you a star. Okay, geniuses, if you want everything soccer has to offer, then come on in. The Blue Lock Project's special edition. As the doors open up, I don't know who the guy on the top is, but the guy on the bottom, that's one of those twin brothers, right? Yeah. Oh, but we're also seeing, that was yeah. We've seen these guys before. I just don't know who that person at the top is. But whatever. It doesn't matter. All right. Blue Lock Special Edition Side B starts now. As the doors open, everyone's allowed to go in, right? Everyone's rushing in. There's Nagi. He's like, ha! He's just ripping off ego. But these contracts are just shiny looking traps. Looks like some former Blue Lock dropouts are here. Roger. Huh? You too? No, I'm new to Blue Lock. I'm part of the fresh batch Barutsada-san called for this selection. The name's Haneru Shindo, and I'm with AAA from the Netherlands League. What? Nice to meet you, Ryosuke Japan's Hope Kira. That's not... Oh, wait, is that him? Oh, I thought that was Nagi. Where's Nagi? Oh my god, I totally confused... I mean, there's Kira, yeah. Oh, okay. I thought that was going to be Nagi. Oh, I mean, I don't know. Him and Nagi kind of look so similar, but whatever. I'm part of the fresh batch Buratsuda-san called for this selection. The name's Haneru Shindo, and I'm with AAA from the Netherlands League. Nice to meet you, Ryosuke Japan's Hope Kira. Yeah, same to you. Are you number 1 too? Sure am. It's on these cards they gave us when we got here, right? Looks like it's this way. All right. So I guess we're not seeing Nagi just yet. Whatever. But why is this guy... So if he's already part of another league, why is he here? What? This is weird. But introducing a character like this... Introducing a character like this really makes me think like, wait a minute. Wait, why are we introducing new characters here? Like, how long are we going to be in this little backstory? It's either that or like, yo, does Nagi or Kira like not have a shot in going number 2? Like, the character design on this guy looks really cool. Like, you're wasting a character design. Or is he here to kind of be like the eyes and ears for Buratsuda? Because if he's already playing from the Netherlands League, then he can just play with like the country itself in the World Cup. So also, that's a grown-ass man. What are we doing here? Bro, you're grown. I don't know, man. All right, so it looks like they have numbers. Looks like they're going through the corridors. I gotta say, I can't believe the Ryosuke Kira couldn't hack it in Blue Lock. And now you're taking another crack at it? That's intense. You must really love Blue Lock, huh? No, it's utter shit. What's going on here is basically inhumane brainwashing. I took Buratsuda's offer so I could refute those methods. Gotcha. So you're like an anti-Blue Lock extremist, Roger. Yeah, I've risked it all to come back here. Okay, protagonist energy, right? The hell? 2.Black. He plays for Netherlands League, but he's Japanese or mixed. Like Sai plays for Spain club, but his nationality is Japan. Oh, okay. All right, cool. So he could do both. I've risked it all to come back here so I can crush Blue Lock and Yoichi Isagi. Huh, okay, Roger. Yo, you're just giving him like your whole like motivation and stuff, man. Like you're telling him everything. But good. Listen, we need this kind of energy, right? We need this kind of energy, and the fact that he's gunning for Asagi like this, great. Give him a challenge. I'm sure Asagi would love it. And seeing that little like pitiful panel, the way Asagi looks in this panel right here, he's just like, oh my god, I don't know why I kicked the ball at you, Kira. Oh my god, I'm so sorry. Yeah, Asagi would never make that face anymore. Yo, bro, Asagi ain't the same guy, man. I'm telling you, he's different now. He's different. Oh man. Side B, Team 1 Arena. Oh. Nagi Seishiro. Whoa, 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 whoa. That's the end of the chapter? What are we talking about here? Oh my god. Wow. How many pages is that? And why is Nagi just there like, hey, like, why? That's so weird. All right, hold on. How many pages is this? That went by way too fast. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 pages. Oh my god. Thank God I broke this up in two. Like, what the hell? All right. Wow. 10 pages? That's crazy. This chapter, I'm gonna give it like a 6. It's hard because it's part 1, literally like the first part of a chapter, because it's only 10 pages long. So I don't know what we're doing here. We're spending a lot more time on this Blue Lock Project side B thing than I thought we were going to. It's really making me think like we're gonna be here for a minute, especially with like now, like Nagi's here in this whole other room. Like, what's the explanation there? More things are needing explanations, and I'm just afraid of how much time we're going to be spending here. I think I would almost prefer not to have seen any of this and like see some of this through flashbacks and future chapters. But I guess it's a way for the author to like spread time out between matches for Japan in the World Cup. So yeah, kudos to that. The highlight of this chapter is Kira, honestly. Kira is the highlight of this chapter. He is giving protagonist energy. He's told us his motivations. We know he's upset. He wants to prove Blue Lock wrong, like a lot of us have been saying. He wants to directly go against Blue Lock's ideology. He thinks that they're just a bunch of brainwashed morons, right? So, I mean, you're not wrong, right? Egos really like change the mentality for a lot of these players, but I don't want to say it's brainwashing because brainwashing has such like a negative connotation to it. These people are going through an intense training camp, right? To change their way of thinking in a more, I get what you're saying. I get what he's saying. Like I'm trying to describe it. I'm just like, okay, all right. And really I'm defining what brainwashing is. But I mean, you could say that about like a philosophy class that just tries to change your viewpoints on the world and your perspective on certain things. Just, that's what Ego's really doing. He's just changing the perspective of a lot of these players. Well, I'm not going to say it's like brainwashing. That's a little OD, man. But either way, I think he's going to get humbled here. I really wonder how someone like Nagi stands up against Kira, because Kira wasn't in the same room as Nagi in like the very beginning when Kira got knocked out, right? So Nagi has no idea who this guy is. And Nagi went through a majority of Blue Lock before the World Cup came. So how does someone like Nagi, and maybe that's why he's here already, because like he is a seasoned Blue Locker, like he's been through it. So how is somebody like Kira going to stack up against Nagi? That's all I'm saying, because Nagi really is a genius. And Kira, what, bro? You're a really good midfielder, but you're not a Toshi Sai level good. I can't imagine you to be. So, but all these people are here to be strikers primarily, right? That's what Buratsuda said in the beginning. So, all right, this is a good chapter. Nothing crazy. So yeah, let's get on to the next one. Blue Lock Chapter 327, Part Dose. All right. Someone beat us here. Huh? For real? You're Seishiro Nagi. I guess Kira knows exactly who that man is. Oh, the guy who dropped out right at the end? Whoa, it really is Seishiro Nagi. What's going on in here anyway? Look, change into your bodysuits and stand by. So these are 13 of, so there are 13 of us in here. Roger that, right? as you see a bunch of yo, some of these people really look like side characters, guys. So many, especially like this guy here in the top. Like this guy is giving such side character energy. I love it. Um, yeah, these are all just like practice designs for what the Blue Lock team was supposed to look like. Anyway, Seishiro Nagi. Yo, they look so similar. Anyway, Seishiro Nagi, what are you doing here? Bro, why are you calling me by my whole government, bro? You're pretty rude, huh? Are you always this blunt when you meet someone? There you go, Nagi. Tell him, bro. Tell him. Oh, my bad. But I want the info you gained fighting that damn Yoichi Isagi. Oh, man. My bad, but I want the info you gained fighting that damn Yoichi Isagi. Huh? What? Do you hate Isagi or something? Yeah, I hate him as the panel goes black, right? I despise him like crazy. Yes, this is what I want to see. This is what I want to see, bro. You know, for someone who hates Asagi so much, like, why? Why do you hate Asagi so much? Because he knocked you out in the first round? You didn't even want to be there. You didn't even want to be there. You kept criticizing the whole time. You're still criticizing it. So, like, what, he embarrassed you? What, you think he took your spotlight? Like, bro, you don't even believe in this ideology, so let this man be, right? But this is a cold panel. This panel looks really good. I love it. As Boratsuda's fugly ass comes in here. Hello, geniuses. Are you ready? Side B's first stage is Birdcage. Why has he got your hands like that, man? The rules are simple. One of you will be selected to choose a partner. Those two become the birds, and the other 11 become the cage. They form a circle, and the game begins. I'm a bird. The 11 cage players pass the ball while trying to keep it away from the two birds. If the birds steal the ball, they win. The time limit is 136 seconds. If the two succeed, they move on to the next stage. If they fail, they go back to the cage. Then a new bird is chosen and the game restarts. However, only the first 3 pairs will get through. In other words, 6 of the 13 will survive. Now, get going, my little geniuses. The birds are chosen in entry order. So the first bird is you, Seishiro Nagi. Yo, Nagi ain't got no ass. That's crazy. Yo, that man's got a pancake booty, bro. Pause. There's nothing there. Alrighty, haven't felt this in a while. Now then, choose a partner to fight with you. All right. I honestly, guys, need to reread all of those rules. I have no idea how this works, right? Because I was just reading it. All right, rules are simple. One of you will be selected to choose a partner. Those 2 become the birds, and the other 11 become the cage. They form a circle, and the game begins. The 11 cage players pass the ball while trying to keep it away from the 2 birds. Oh, that's easy. If the birds steal the ball, they win. The time limit is 136 seconds. If the 2 succeed, they move on to the next stage. If they fail, they go back to the cage. Then a new bird is chosen. The game restarts. However, only the first 3 pairs will get through. In other words, 6 of the 13 will survive. Okay, all right, I got you. Then I choose you, Asagi Hater King. Like you, I have to crush Asagi and Blue Lock like crazy. Okay. Wow, I knew it. Oh, feels so good to be validated. I knew that Nagi would partner up with Kira and would like follow Kira in his like Blue Lock hating ways. Because while Nagi wants to destroy Blue Lock, I don't think that he knows how to go about doing that. However, Kira has like he's all about that team mentality. The soccer is a group effort, and that's the method he's going to be coming into with this. And Nagi's going to be like, all right, bro, I'll play with you. That's what I struggled with. I wasn't very egotistical for individualism, right? Like I always relied on Rio. I always relied on Asagi. But now, since we're doing the whole group thing, Nagi can now rely on Kira. Kira's a midfielder. Kira will be giving Nagi the ball, right? That's what Nagi needs. Nagi has a hard time with inspiration, coming up with moves on the fly. So this is going to be a great dynamic. 2.black, because Kira and Asagi were friends. If Asagi didn't kick the ball to his face, the one who got kicked out will be Bachira, because he's the last one who touched the ball. Asagi betrayed Kira. Bro, what? bro, what do you mean betrayed? What do you mean friends? They weren't friends, bro. They played one game against each other and they had a 5-minute conversation before Ego put them in that room and started tossing the ball to each other. They weren't friends, bro. They were acquaintances, right? No betrayal was made. Isagi did not owe that man anything. But I love it. Okay, I love this. I love that Nagi and Kira both want to murder Isagi, but we know Nagi is just obsessed with Isagi, and Kira's just a salty sailor, bro. All right, side B, first stage, Birdcage game starts. Roger, right? Oh, cutting back to no. How are these chapters going by so fast? All right, the Japan U20 team's post-game locker room. Yoichi Isagi, could we have a little chat? Jinpachi Ego. Well, I think we all know what Ego is going to talk to Isagi about. He's going to be like, bro, you need to chill. All right, you need to like do this or that. Like Ego definitely has some choice words for him. So we'll see what happens there. I need to know how many. Let me see. Let me see how many pages this was, because this is crazy, guys. This is crazy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 10. All right. Yeah. I mean, it is what it is. I guess it was a holiday last week for the author as well. Since he's just doing 10 pages. That's kind of crazy. I pretty much just did one stream anyway. I think that's hilarious. Yeah, this was I'm excited. I hope we get to see at least just the one round of the Birdcage. Like, I want to see how Isagi and Kira play with each other, unless like this is literally the whole flashback. Not flashback, all of side B that we get, right? I'd be fine with that too. But this character here from the Netherlands League, I'm very like, why would the author introduce a character like this if it's supposed to be Kira and Nagi that make the Buratsura 2, that make the Buratsura 3 with Itoshi Sai? So yeah, I'm very curious to see how this goes. But I'm already, I love the Sagi and Kira Nagi, the Nagi and Kira team up. I think that's gonna work really well. And you know, now that we're back in Japan, the locker room, right? I'm glad that Ego's pulling him to the side. Like, bro, we have to talk. You're acting crazy out here. So I'm glad that Ego's gonna have this conversation with Asagi. I'm glad it's happening because, you know, Asagi was doing a lot of crazy stuff in that last game, a lot of unnecessary stuff. Like, I get what you're trying to do, bro. You're like looking for challenges and stuff, but like, let's win a World Cup first, and then you could play your like little games, right? Because the next game is France, and I'll be damned if you're giving Julian Loki or Charles Chevalier or that other dickhead from the Next Gen 11 any form of like inspiration or motivation, bro. We're here to win, not play your little mind games, bro. So get it together. That's what Ego should tell him. But anyway, I gave the last chapter what, like a 6. This also feels like a 6, but together, combined, since it's one chapter, combined, I'm gonna give it a 7. All right, I'm gonna give it a 7 as a whole for the part 1, part 2. I'm really excited to see how this goes. Obviously, Nagi and Kira are gonna absolutely destroy it. This guy from the Netherlands is obviously gonna be one of the other 2 pairs that make it through. Yeah, this is a good chapter. I'm really excited for this. I'm still loving everything I'm reading in this off time between games. And I'm really excited for this French match. I really think that a lot of wild cards like Baro and Shido are going to have to come into play. But I still believe that they are going to lose this game against France. They are going to lose this game. I think that you only need 2 wins in this round robin style bracket, and they'll probably beat England. But I do think that they're going to lose to France because England, like, we don't know anybody on England, so it wouldn't mean anything. It wouldn't be too impactful. But like, we know Loki and we know Charles, right? We know these players, so for them to lose, right? Because technically, Loki and Charles lost in the Neo-Egoist League. Loki was the coach. He lost. Charles was a midfielder. He lost. They lost to Asagi. So if they beat Asagi here in the first round, and then they play France again in the knockout brackets, then that's the tiebreaker right there. And that's a little bit better, you know. pacing and storytelling wise. But yeah, guys, thank you to anybody who came through. I really appreciate you. Sorry for not doing a chapter review last week, but everything happens for a reason. And this is why, because 10 pages, part 1 and 2, here we are doing just a full chapter review. So please like the video, guys. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet. We're trying to hit 5,000 before the end of the year. I don't know if it's going to happen, but hey, I have to manifest. Moon Piece Podcast is going to be speaking at a panel at Anitomo in Astoria at the Museum of Moving Images. That's going to be Saturday, December 13th. We are going to be there with that One Piece talk and the Black Ramen podcast. We're going to be talking about this year's anime, the 2025, and giving you a piece of what's on our minds. But yeah, also, again, check out that new podcast episode that we just did with Rob. Shonen Showdown just came out yesterday. Show some love. Let us know what you think, guys. And yeah, I think that's it. Without further ado, see ya. I timed that wrong. Okay, let me try again.